Hello, good to see you again. You're watching Daily V News broadcasted in English.
President Trương Tấn Sang received the chairman of Russian Audit Chamber, Sergei Vladimirovich Stepashin, in Hanoi on December the 5th. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng chaired a conference on December the 5th to discuss efforts to deal with bombs and mines left by the war. Vietnam affirmed policy of combining economic development and social security at a regional meeting of the International Labour Organization in Kyoto.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng is to pay a state-level visit to Cambodia from December 6th to the 8th at the invitation of King Norodom Sihamoni.
This will be Trọng first visit to Cambodia in the capacity of Party General Secretary. The visit aims to affirm that Vietnam attaches special importance to relations with neighboring countries and pursues the consistent policy of fostering the traditional solidarity and friendship as well as comprehensive cooperation with Cambodia. The party leader will promote the effective implementation of side agreements between the two countries for the prosperity of each country and for peace, stability, cooperation and development in the region and the world as a whole.
President Trương Tấn Sang just received the visiting chairman of Russian Audit Chamber, Sergei Vladimirovich Stepashin, in Hanoi on December 5th.
The Russia chief auditor informed President Sang on the results of major projects under the joint Vietnam-Russia audit program. He said that oil and gas and energy joint ventures between the two countries are under effective administration, bringing great economic benefits. He thanked Vietnam for creating favorable conditions for those joint ventures to operate. President Sang praised the effective cooperation between audit agencies of the two countries, especially their auditing of joint ventures. He noted that Vietnam and Russia are planning a number of large-scale cooperation projects in the coming time, which will need the participation of the audit sector from the beginning.
Early this month, a delegation of the Vietnamese National Assembly visited Mexico with a mission to boost relations between the two nations.
The delegation, headed by the National Assembly Deputy Chairwoman Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân, held talks and working sessions with leaders of the Mexican Senate, the Chamber of Deputies, and committees of the Mexican National Assembly. During the meetings, the Mexican side spoke highly of the Vietnamese National Assembly's role in the national socio-economic development. They also held the more active participation of Vietnamese women in social activities, saying that this is a good example for Mexico and other countries. On her part, Ngân affirmed Vietnam's foreign policy of independence and self-reliance, as well as the policy to promoting ties with traditional friends, including Mexico and Latin American countries. She suggested that the two countries promote in-depth cooperation in all fields between their parliaments, discuss an intergovernmental cooperation mechanism, and strengthen cooperation between ministries and agencies and business circles of both sides. During her stay in Mexico, Ngân and her entourage paid a courtesy visit to President of the Senate, José Morfín, and met with Senator Alberto Anaya Gutierrez, General Secretary of the Mexican Labor Party. The Vietnamese delegation also laid a wreath at the President Ho Chi Minh Monument in Mexico City and visited some of the country's historical and cultural sites.
And up next, General Secretary of the Labor Party of Mexico has presented 120 wheelchairs as gifts to Vietnamese Agent Orange victims.
On behalf of the Mexican party leader and the Mexican Parliamentary Group for Friendship with Vietnam, Jose Benavidet, member of the Labor Party Central Committee, handed over the gifts to the Vietnam Association of Victims of Agent Orange Dioxin in Hanoi on December the 5th. He said the gifts are a symbol of the deep solidarity between the Labor Party of Mexico and the Communist Party of Vietnam. Mexico always supports legal activities of Vietnam to demand compensation for Vietnamese Agent Orange victims. President of the Vietnam Association of Victims of Agent Orange Dioxin, Nguyễn Văn Ring, expressed thanks to the Mexican party leader and affirmed the gifts will be distributed to the victims as soon as possible.
The Steering Board on Settling Consequences Caused by Unexploded Ordnances has hosted a conference on December 5th addressing measures to deal with bombs and mines left behind by the war.
Preliminary statistics show that over 42,130 people were killed and about 62,160 others were injured by unexploded ordnances left by the war, creating burdens on many families and the entire society. A total area of 6.6 million hectares, accounting for 20.12% of the country's total area, is still contaminated by unexploded ordnance left by the war. Vietnam estimates that funds of around $10 billion will be needed to clear all the unexploded ordnance. The chair of the steering board, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng, affirmed that the Vietnamese government pays special attention to this issue and allocates trillions of dollars every year to the work. With great efforts by ministries, sectors, localities, and individuals, millions of unexploded bombs and mines were found, collected, and treated, reclaiming thousands of hectares of land, contributing to revitalizing the environment and ensuring safety for people and production. The Prime Minister expressed thanks to international organizations, foreign countries, and individuals for their assistance to Vietnam in overcoming the aftermath of war. The conference announced the National Action Program on settling the consequences caused by unexploded ordnance from the 2010 to 2025 period. The program aims to mobilize domestic and foreign resources to increase efforts to eliminate mines and bombs and help victims integrate into society.
Minister of Labor, War Invalids and Social Affairs, Phạm Thị Hải Truyền, is attending the 15th Asia and the Pacific Regional Meeting of the International Labour Organization in Kyoto, Japan. Here are the details.
The meeting, which opened on December the 4th, draws the participation of about 500 representatives from more than 46 countries and territories in Asia-Pacific and the Arab states. Addressing the meeting on December the 5th, Minister Truyền affirmed Vietnam pursues the policy of combining economic development and social security. Guided by this policy, the Vietnamese government has designed and implemented a national target program on poverty reduction as well as schemes to assist the disadvantaged such as poor women and children and the disabled. Vietnam is also working on a policy framework and a legal corridor for social security issues for the period from 2011 to 2020. The minister thanked the International Labour Organization for its cooperation and technical assistance to Vietnam. She reiterated Vietnam's commitment to maintaining and developing the effective cooperation with the organization and other partners. Vietnam joined the International Labour Organization in 1992. The country was elected an official member of the organization's governing body for the 2011-2014 term in June this year.
Regarding the much-anticipated construction of the T2 terminal of Hanoi's Nội Bài International Airport, it has just been reported that the Ministry of Transport gave it a go and finally initiated the works on December 4th.
Speaking on the occasion, Deputy Prime Minister Hoàng Trung Hải praised efforts made by the Ministry of Transport, Hanoi City, and the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, in preparing for the project. He emphasized the importance of the terminal, saying that once completed in 2014, it will help ease the overload at the T1 terminal and give an overall facelift to the Nội Bài Airport. The terminal is designed in a wing shape with an environmental-friendly and energy-saving structure. It will be built at a cost of over 75 billion Japanese yens, equivalent to $960 million US, of which 59 billion Japanese yens comes from Japan's ODA loan. The project is expected to be able to handle 10 million passengers per year.
And the 5th Khmer Cultural, Sports and Tourism Festival in the southern region closed in the Mekong Delta province of An Giang on December 4th.
The festival was held under the theme Khmer Culture, Sports and Tourism in Southern Region, Integration and Development. Over 1,000 sportsmen, artists and artisans from Sóc Trăng, Bạc Liêu, Cà Mau, Trà Vinh, Vĩnh Long, Hậu Giang, Cần Thơ, Kiên Giang, Tây Ninh, Bình Phước, An Giang, and Ho Chi Minh City participated in the 4-day festival. Artists performed traditional songs and dances of the Khmer. Ritual ceremonies and folk games were also held. Over 50 booths in the festival introduced foods, traditions, and socio-economic achievements of the Khmer people. Highlights of the event were the boom race and the longboat race, which attracted a large number of visitors.
And that has concluded our time today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.